Well, hello.
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 In unison.
Yes. Hello.
Hello,
Yes.
hello.
Yeah, we got Gigi back with us to continue on with talking about Jesus's time here on earth after his resurrection.
Yeah.
And yeah, super excited about that.
Yeah. As a live man.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So first I wanted to bring in an Acts that kind of like encompasses this time. And it says in Acts 1 verses 3, he presented himself alive to them after his suffering by many proofs, appearing to them during 40 days and speaking about the kingdom of God. So even in those times, he still had a lot to say, a lot to teach the disciples still. And but first we'll talk about his appearance to them.
Yeah.
That was fun, interesting,
Yes.
maybe a little scary for them.
I think so, because he just came in.
Yeah.
And he says shalom.
Mm-hmm.
Shalom, shalom.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
they were in that locked room and obviously not expecting anybody else to come into that room.
No, because they were afraid of...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they knew his body was gone, and so they knew two groups of people were going to be after them. Got the Pharisees and synagogue leaders and the Roman soldiers. And
Yep.
yeah, but there was only 10 there. Only 10 of the disciples.
Yeah. Who was missing?
Thomas.
Thomas was missing.
Yes.
Judas was already gone. At least
Yes.
absent. Don't know if he was gone, but yeah.
I'm sure they were wondering what was going to happen to them now, being followers of him.
I know. Would it be like being in a planning meeting? Okay, what's our next step?
Well, I'm sure that they tried to come up with some kind of strategy while they were all together there. And where do you go when your leader's gone?
Yeah.
What happens to you when now all of a sudden
Yeah.
Yeah.
they knew, but they didn't relate to the whole situation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and this isn't the first time that would have happened in history. Pastor Jordan, during his morning sermon for Easter sunrise, he had talked about how there had been other promises of messiahs and people claiming that they were messiahs. And
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah. And so it was the same thing for other people. It was like, okay, well, what do we do now that our leader is dead and gone? And, for those other followers, they dissipated because their leader truly was dead and wasn't coming back. But so obviously they have that in their mind.
You think they doubted
Oh, yeah.
following the right one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they had a lot of and I know I would have.
Yeah.
I would have had a lot of questions. You
Yeah.
know, what now? This
Yeah.
man we followed for 3 years. What now?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they were like fully, completely gone with that, but still like that immediacy of like, okay, what do we do now? It's been 3 days.
Not
and
to mention the
he's gone.
sadness of someone dying.
Being very close.
Yeah.
You talked about Mary. I mean, how sad she was because so much he had done for her, forgiven her so much that it was hard for her to even fathom that he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've all dealt with death. It's a hard thing to get over. So I'm sure that was a lot of it too. Even though, maybe they were afraid.
Consoling each other
Yeah.
over it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, humans experience many different emotions all at once. Mm-hmm. We don't always, which can be a good thing and a bad thing.
Well, I think we try to rationalize everything, I mean, everything has to have a reason in our mind, and it does, but we don't know what it is most of the time,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not our reasoning and understanding,
Right.
it's God's for sure.
And he was preparing them. They just
yeah.
hadn't figured it out yet until he walks in.
Yep. He walks into a locked room,
Yeah.
and we know, and people thought, oh, he's a spirit. You know,
Yeah,
he had
we
to
talked about that
get
last
through the
time for
walls
sure.
somehow, but
yeah, he did. He walked right through.
God in his infinite power, you know, like he can be there in the flesh as a solid body that, like we were saying, craves food, is still eating, is still being able to be, you know, touched and felt. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And we talked about, I don't know if you're ready to talk about that, but the first thing he does is,
Go for it.
you know, well, I'm not sure what verse that was in, but he, you know, raises his hands like, look, this is me, shalom, you know, like,
Yes.
peace be with you.
Verse
And
20.
This is me, you know, verse 20.
Yep.
Okay, that's why I couldn't find it, because it was on the next page.
He says it twice, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, hey, peace, make sure, like, making sure that, you know, his disciples were comforted that
Yeah.
it is me.
And it says here that the disciples were glad when they saw the Lord. I think that's an understatement.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure that was, yeah.
Relieved.
Exactly, relieved. He's
Yeah.
here, you know. Surprised, I would think too, because
Oh, yeah.
and you
It was
can
real.
imagine now it's all starting to come back.
Yes.
You know, all the things that he's been trying to tell them over the last 3 years. And he kept
Yeah.
telling them, I'm going away.
Yeah.
I'm going away.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were reliving a lot of conversations in their mind.
Well, didn't he say, oh, I don't think he said it like that. I think he said this. But then in verse 20, he says, having said this, because he said, peace be with you, he showed them his hands and his side. So the disciples rejoiced when they saw the Lord. Jesus said to them again, peace to you. As the Father has sent me, I will also send you.
Yep.
So that was their marching orders, right?
Yeah. We talk about the Great Commission, which is in Matthew, but
Yeah.
this was the first
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, this is the beginning of it, and yeah, that Great Commission is right before he ascends, and it's the charge to all the people that were gathered there.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't just his disciples that
Right.
were the main group, but all the people that had followed him and were aware of his resurrection at that time.
That was the point of their faith right there.
Yeah.
Because verse 22 talks about receiving he breathed the Holy Spirit upon them.
Yes.
And then he talked about if you forgive sins of any, they are forgiven them. If you retain the sins of any, they are retained. But it's almost like that was their point of belief, true belief, right? You know, maybe they believed before, but this was their like awakening.
Yeah.
You think?
Well, and I mean, truthfully, it points back to Genesis. What did he do for the first man? He breathed life
Yeah,
into
life
him.
into them.
And this is that new life
Yeah,
that we get when
Exactly.
we are saved and we believe in that resurrection.
yeah.
And he breathed onto them the
Yeah,
spirit.
I've never thought. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I was just
I know,
reading
it
it. I
just
was like,
came to you, didn't it?
yeah.
That's
thank you,
why
Holy
I love
Spirit.
that. I know, I love that when that happens, when it just kind of connects. And but yeah,
But yes, poor Tom.
we had poor Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to be named Thomas, you know, that's
Oh, and it was funny. I grew up in a private Christian school, and there was a kid in my class named Thomas.
oh
and
yeah,
He automatically, you know, they would associate him
and
with
with
doubting
a
Thomas.
doubting Thomas. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
He didn't dare to ask a question, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's fair. He just kind of did his own thing. But yeah, so and then the disciples are like, oh my goodness, like Thomas doesn't
believe
know
it."
about this.
Yeah.
They tell him, and Thomas is, what does he say?
yeah, it's in verse 20, 25. Does it start in 25?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so the other disciples told him, "We have seen the Lord." But he said to them, "Unless I see in his hands the mark of the nails, and place my finger into the mark of the nails, and place my hand into his side, I will never."
That's pretty bold.
Oh yeah.
Well, can you imagine all of them? I mean, let's say we were in a room and we got to get the first visit, you know, and we got the Holy Spirit, and somebody walks in the room that doesn't know that's a part of us, and we all have to tell them at the same time, right? Yeah, we tell him at the same time. So
Yeah.
he's like, he's probably feeling a little bit rejected, maybe, or what's
maybe.
that? What word would that be? Trying to think of a word that would describe. You know, he
Like,
feels
feel
out of the loop.
outcast, out of the
He
loop.
feels out of the loop.
I really don't blame Thomas because you were just discussing about how do you think they were following a false God.
Yeah.
So Thomas is putting it right out there. I don't, unless I can see for myself, I can't believe.
Yeah,
And, I mean, I've been there
yeah,
where I want to see for myself.
I know.
One of the kids are sick. Somebody tells me they're better. I want to see
See.
for myself
Yeah.
that they're better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. I just can't. I kind of side with Thomas a little bit. I feel bad for him because I think he's got a bad rap all these years. I mean, doubting Thomas. I don't know that he was doubting. He just wanted proof.
Yeah, he wanted proof.
Well, I mean, even the rest of the disciples also were doubting that was Jesus in the middle of.
Well, he
the room.
immediately did his hands up and
Yeah.
showed it. So he knew they needed something to
Security.
do it.
Yeah,
So
they needed
really,
security.
Yeah.
they didn't have to ask. He did it right away.
Yeah.
So then he comes in
Yep.
again.
Yeah. Jesus, what's. Oh, man. Yep. There's a word. But Jesus
It'll
does
come
come
in a
and
minute,
he entertains Thomas in
Yes.
his desires. And that wasn't the word I wanted to use, but it's adjacent to that.
Yeah.
Sure, I can come up with the word adjacent. Anyways. But he's like, here, please.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to believe. And he knew that with that, Thomas was going to believe. And like, there's those other instances where Pharisees were asking for this sign and that sign, and people were asking for these signs. And he was like, no, you don't want to just have them to believe. You just want them to see them. Like, I know that you aren't necessarily going to believe just because I do another miracle that I already have given you evidence of. Thomas, he knew the heart of and knew that what was going to make sure that he understood.
Yeah. I tend to really, Thomas responded to him, my Lord and my God. So it was like, in an instant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he realized who he was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just teacher. It wasn't just friend.
No.
It was my Lord
My
and
Lord
my God.
and my God.
Yeah.
And so then we get verse 29.
My favorite.
Mine too.
Yeah.
I love it. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gigi. Read that one.
Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet believe.
Should that make our chest boast out?
I'm telling you.
Oh, my goodness.
Should we stand tall? Because
we should.
we are among those that have not seen. But I in a way, can we say that have not seen? Because we haven't seen him, but we've seen the evidence of him.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think?
We haven't seen the scars. But
Right.
we
Right.
know that
Yes.
We believe they're there, don't we?
Yep.
it's a supernatural blessing
It is.
to not see and believe.
Oh, yeah.
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 And then he said, mine has the title of
Yes.
the purpose of this gospel. I don't know what yours says. Does yours give a title on verse 30? Is that what yours says too?
I have the reason for writing the gospel.
Yeah. Yeah, so John gives that reason, and I think it's a great summarization.
Go ahead.
So in my version, it says, Now Jesus did many other signs in the presence of the disciples, which are not written in this book, but these are written so that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, there's a song, but then there's also a verse. I wish I could remember it, but, if the whole sky was a scroll and the oceans were ink, like, there isn't enough to write down the wonders and the amazement.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Amazing things that God did, let alone, Jesus did here on earth.
Right.
That's
Just
cool.
that fraction of it.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. That's a song?
There was a song, and I'm pretty sure it's based off a psalm. I'll have to.
Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah.
look that one up
Well,
too.
there is a verse that says that Jesus did other things, but the books
The
couldn't
books
contain
couldn't hold
it
them.
all.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like there's not enough
Paper.
paper, supplies, anything to be able to write all these things
Yeah.
down.
And really and truly, what would be we would probably be bored with it. We wouldn't see the excitement and maybe. It's just like the numbers, how you did numbers and they kept saying the family's history.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, why
Yes.
do I need to know that somebody get somebody to
yeah,
beget somebody?
Yeah, and I think that
So-
goes back to Jesus just being personable. Mm-hmm. And like I was saying with Thomas, like he knew that is what Thomas needed, and that he was going to believe from that.
Yeah.
And he knows every one of our hearts, and he does what he can to help us understand his word, understand his presence and his power and everything.
Well, Thomas didn't believe that he wasn't the Christ.
Right.
He just
Didn't believe that was.
that he had risen
Yeah.
unless he saw the scars.
Yeah.
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 Are you sure it was him?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's why he kept those scars. And those are the scars that we get to see in heaven, because
The only
The only-
man-made, what do they say? The only man-made,
the only scars in heaven, man-made.
only
yeah.
man-made thing in heaven.
Oh.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
So I
That's
like.
true.
Yeah. So then what's kind of interesting in the next session that they're talking about if we start with chapter 21, unless we want to talk about something else in 20.
No, I think we're going
Yeah,
to go to
I
21.
think we caught that. But he sees he reveals himself again to the disciples by the Sea of Tiberias. And what's interesting is that they went back to their old. It's like they didn't go, they didn't immediately go out. It's
Yeah.
like they didn't really know what to do. I don't know,
Probably not.
but they went back to their old
What they
Lives.
what they knew.
Yeah.
knew. Yep.
They knew what was comfortable for them. And I think sometimes we do that. We go back to our comfortable, as the pastor says sometimes about that, get out of your comfort zone. He says, I don't know who made that word up, but we should always
Gotta
be
get out of
we
it.
should always be out of our comfort zone. And sometimes that's hard to do that, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it was like they didn't really. It's like almost sudden. Well, hey, let's just go fishing.
Well, here's the deal.
Do you think that?
Jesus
Yeah.
popped in
Yep.
the upper room, let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he popped back out.
Yeah.
And then he popped back in for Thomas.
Yeah.
And then he popped back out.
Yeah.
And then he pops on the beach. And then he's gone. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it was kind of sporadic for these disciples. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not like he said, okay, I want you to go do this, disciples. That wasn't
didn't
it.
give 'em-
He
yeah.
was here and he was there and he was gone. And so
Yeah.
Peter says, I'm going fishing.
Yeah.
Well,
He said,
yeah.
I know what to expect there. I know how to do it.
Yep.
So that's what I'm going to do. And the rest of them
Yeah.
said, we're going with you. 'Cause
Yeah.
we don't
Might
know
as
what
well.
to do either.
Yeah,
You know?
because he says, "I'm going to send you as the Father sent me." Okay.
Yeah. But where?
All right. So
Doing what?
Can I get the job description?
Yeah.
They do get eventually.
Eventually,
But
yeah.
at this point,
Because
it's just
they're
a
in
waiting
limbo.
period.
Yeah.
They don't know
It's-
what
yeah.
they're supposed to be doing or where they're supposed to be going. And I feel
Yeah.
like that lots of times. Okay,
yeah.
Lord, this is what you've put in front of me.
Yeah.
What do I do with it?
Yeah.
Where do I go with it?
Yeah.
How do I encompass it to mean something?
Yeah.
I mean, so I understand totally how these dudes feel. I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
Because I feel that way. When we went through Cheryl's thing, you're in limbo.
Yeah.
You don't know how to
The
handle
waiting
life.
period.
Yeah.
And you don't know what to do. And he says, I'm going to send you. Well, where are you going to send us?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Have you
Do
decided?
we
yeah,
leave
do we-
today? Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
walking through the wall with you? Or
Yeah, right? Oh, my goodness.
So, I mean, confusion, yeah. I think there's a lot of confusion
Yeah,
for them.
so
So,
they-
Peter says, I'm going fishing. I understand that totally.
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And so if we look further, he hollers as they're in the boat, friends. You know
love
what?
that.
I know. And I really, I guess I never picked up on the verse that it was in. But
Is that verse 5?
yeah. Does yours say friends?
Mine says children. Do
Ah.
you have any
So does
fish?
mine.
Yours says children. This is, let's see, what version is this? This is the CSB, Christian
Mine's-
Standard Bible.
Mine is ESV.
Holman.
But I mean, either way, like it is something so like close. Whether it's children or friends, like that is something
Yes.
personal again.
Yes.
Like it's
yeah, personable.
Yeah.
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 it's very
Because
familiar.
he does say there we are
his children.
a friend of
Friend of
God,
God,
right? And we are his
Children
children.
of God, yeah.
Yeah, because when you talk to children about salvation and they accept Christ, you say, now you're a child of God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I can't remember. That's in one of the, I can't remember what verse
I think
that's
it's in John.
Is it?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
sons and daughters of the King.
That
one you're
yeah,
looking for, but-
yeah, yeah.
We sing that song, He Calls Me Friend.
Yes,
I love that song.
yes.
Because that makes it personal for me.
Yeah.
Jesus is my,
My
friend,
friend.
and he calls me his friend.
That's right.
You know, and so for your version to say friends,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Children, yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We're all of
Both.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They still agree.
So he knew already they didn't
Yeah.
have any fish, right?
Oh yeah.
No fish.
He always
Got
likes to
any
ask
fish?
those questions.
No. Yeah.
He already knows the answer.
Yeah,
but-
he knows the answers to all his questions because then he's going to make it happen.
Yeah, but they had to say it out loud so they realize what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And that's
And then they did have to do what he told them to do. He had to follow through, which many times we don't always do. As Priscilla Shire says, delayed obedience or something like that is disobedience. Yeah, and
It's
he's
still
telling them to do
disobedience,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
well, they had done that for him before. They had told, or he had told them to cast your nets on the other side, and they're like, "Okay, sure, whatever."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Just trust me."
Yeah.
This time, they trusted him and just did
Yep.
it.
He said, throw it on the right side of the boat. Did yours say the right side?
It does, and I just caught that.
Did
Right
you?
side.
The right side, yeah, the right,
Right
side was the right side.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Isn't
it's
that
the,
interesting?
The correct side, or even talking about the right side, right hand of God.
Right.
Jesus being on that right
Yeah.
side too. There's
Yeah.
so much. There's so much to unfold. I love
I
it.
know. We did our emblem on our T-shirts, you know, and you have to iron them on.
Yeah.
And the first one we did, we went over and one of the girls, I won't say who it was, I don't want to embarrass them, but they had put it on the right side. They had already had them on the right side. And it was like,
Yeah.
what, shirts away? No, I said, that's perfect. We are on the right side of God.
There you go.
Yes.
In fact, I think somebody had a conversation about that because usually
Yeah. Usually emblems
usually
are on the left
emblems
side.
are on the left
over
side.
the heart.
Yeah, but this time we have it on the right, and that's the way we've always done our T-shirts. They're on the right side because
Yeah.
we're on the right side of God.
There you go.
I like that.
We just did a twist.
See, and you thought it was wrong, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Right.
It was right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
um.
Anyway,
But yeah, and so then they bring the fish to the shore and they cook up some and have some. Is it breakfast? I think with.
I think it was breakfast. Yeah, come and have breakfast.
Yep. Have.
I think he was
breakfast
already
with the
cooking
risen
fish.
Lord.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and then, the beauty of this next part is that Jesus redeems Peter in his denial
Yeah.
and mirrors it with the 3 parts.
Yeah.
You know, the Peter denied him 3 times. 3 times Jesus ends up asking him, "Do you love me?" Then feed. What does it go first?
Feed my sheep.
Feed my lambs.
Lambs.
Tend
Go-
my sheep and feed my sheep.
Let's go back and just do a quick summary of why. You know, what did Peter do? We know he denied, but what did Jesus tell him that, you know, this was at the Last Supper, right? When they were talking.
Yep, and then throughout his trial, Jesus' trial, Peter
Did
denied
do
him
deny
3
I
times.
can't even do.
Words are hard sometimes.
Yeah. But he did in the midst of a conversation, you know, Jesus, he told he would never deny him.
Yep,
Never deny him. How many times have we
never say never.
said we wouldn't be disobedient, or somebody says something to you and you don't know how to respond to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have.
So we have to be careful not to condemn him.
Oh yeah.
Because, we can have the same shoes on as
It
him.
can be easy to look at him and be like, "Oh, I never would have done that."
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have.
Yeah, you might have.
Yeah, in the midst of we talked about being scared. Mm-hmm. I mean,
What
you
are
don't know
what
what's
is it?
gonna
What are they going to
happen.
think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, being asked, "Aren't you that person? I've seen you with him." Oh no, couldn't be me. It was not me at all. And then by that time, the third rooster crow, and then it was like it hit Peter, and it was like, I just did exactly what I said I wasn't going to.
Wasn't going to.
Yeah. But here, then Jesus
He does
redeems Peter. Yeah, and tells him that to feed his sheep. Truly, truly, I say to you, when you are young, you used to dress yourself and walk wherever you wanted. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands, and another will dress you and carry you where you do not want to go. This he said to show by what kind of death he was to glorify God. So he knew that Peter was going to be faithful to him to his death at that point.
Yeah.
He knew that he was no longer going to be denying who God is and who he is in God.
Yep. After saying this, he said, "Follow me."
Yep.
Follow me.
It's amazing. It kind of takes it all back to his first time calling them all, just saying, "Follow me."
Yeah. And they dropped their nets and went.
Yep.
That's big.
It's amazing.
Because
that's their livelihood.
It was their livelihood. It was the people they loved, livelihood, their way, So that's pretty huge when
this was before he started his ministry, so they knew nothing about him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he just looked at him and said, "Follow me." So
Yep.
There had to be something in that conversation that just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
you think one of the girls I know is in Japan now as I guess I can say a missionary. And we had a conversation a couple times before she left and before she actually got accepted into it. Are you sure this is really what you want? This is what he's calling you to do. There's so much here, because it was like a denial, couldn't get past it, another denial. Yeah. And, but she held fast to it.
Yeah.
That's what she was supposed to do. And eventually, so
Yep.
sometimes we have to just stick with what we feel like we're being called to do and not what somebody else thinks we're being called to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
okay.
saying something must have encompassed them to want them to go and follow him without any questions, any restrictions, or any "I gotta say goodbye to my wife" type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it had to be the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, what else could have softened them to just take off like that?
Well, and then wasn't it a disciple that he said, I need to go bury my... No,
that wasn't
that's a different
disciple.
one. Is that different? Something different?
Yeah.
But anyway, he did exactly what
Yeah.
he was told to do, just they can take care of themselves.
Oh yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And God took care of them, and
That's right.
them being apart from their families, God would have been taking care of their families back home.
Right.
And that's the beautiful part of it is God is just always with us, and we can get into that next time as he right before he ascends to his Father, and
Sounds good.
we'll talk about that a little
Yeah.
bit.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right.
Alrighty.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.